Alright guys, this is Carlos, Daryl, Dylan, and today we're going to be talking about spending on materials and how we save money doing so. Because that's one of those necessary evils. There's materials that need to be bought, but what do we all do in order to save some money on that necessary evil? So, Generation H!
And also get some free trips with the credit card points.
Free trips.
Lowe's discounts, Home
Gift
Depot.
cards.
A free grill for your backyard.
Yeah, free grills, everything. All right, so you want to hit it first, Carlos, or
No, we can just kind of
just
roll. Open it up.
okay? So
what are we all doing?
So I'll say the Lowe's card. So if you're going to do a renovation and you're buying the materials, I would say get a Lowe's business card, because what that does is it gives you 5% off anything you buy at Lowe's. But it also gives you 2% back when you use that card at Lowe's. And you can also use it anywhere else. And it's way easier to do phone sales and way easier to keep track of all your purchases and what jobs they're going to. And in the Lowe's for Pros, you also get gift cards with that too. So if you spend a certain amount, I don't know what it is, but every month I get like $60 or something because I'm spending a lot at Lowe's. So I get like $60, anywhere between 50 and 70, depending how much I spend.
And
on top of that,
drinks and snacks too. They
Yeah,
send you little gift things.
yeah, you get 3 free ones.
Yeah.
Free. They can't be energy drinks, which sucks.
Yeah, that's up to like 3. But any other drinks are good. You need water after a hot day of loading flooring. There you go.
Yeah, so that's one of the good ones. If someone else wants to throw out one,
Now, just as a preview, so you're paying for materials. So with your contractors, that you don't have them buying materials. You buy them.
usually I buy them. Sometimes a contractor buys them. It's not that much materials, but usually I'm the one buying them.
You like doing that primarily because you can save money and you can use it on your card and you get points and all that.
Yeah, not necessarily just for that reason, but also because some of the contractors I use don't want to or don't have the money or whatever to get the materials.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
so that's another reason. But also the points too is sweet.
Yeah.
So I would say I'm
Same.
the same. I go and buy all of my materials, and I think it's more because I'm picky. Not necessarily that I don't trust them, but I've tried to get my contractors to buy stuff, and then they buy the cheapest thing, and I'm like, no.
Like you go to the store though, because
I'll
just
either
paying for it.
I'll either pick it out online and then place it. They go pick it up, but
Yeah.
a lot of times I like to go to the store and pick it up myself. So that way I can get, for one, the in stock stuff, and I'm not waiting a while to order it, and two, contractors will pick the most basic things that I've ever seen, and I'm like, no, we need to. This is a $300,000 house. We can't just put a boob light in the middle of everywhere. Hey, you got to get a nice light, or you got to get a recessed light, or so I do like to go and do that.
So you like to go, and then that also helps with managing your cards.
Manage your cards, your rewards, all that stuff. And then,
I say I do the same. So I for me the most convenient like big box store is Lowe's also. So I like to go to Lowe's. Same thing. I have a Lowe's card. I didn't used to. It used to only be cash, and I felt like that was a big waste because over the course of 1 year, because of all those points and everything, I was able to accumulate. And I'm sure you guys are probably something similar or more, but I was able to accumulate $5,000 worth of points.
Yeah.
So now I can go out and buy like
blinds.
You could buy one of them
blinds. I did buy blinds.
New grill.
And my wife was really happy with the blinds.
Oh, good.
You could buy a side by side that they got sitting out front. Or
big log door.
Yeah. No, I can buy a nice little grill, nice little patio set for the backyard. So yeah, there's plenty of perks. Obviously, you can also apply that same money towards your credit card also.
Oh, yeah.
So you find yourself in a tight situation and you're like, oh, I have 5,000. You just apply
move this onto there.
Yeah, apply it to your credit card. So what are some of the other ways at Lowe's that you guys are saving money?
So you have a good one that you told me, actually, if you want to talk about the quick coupon that
that's
you
a
could
good
buy.
one too.
Yeah. So both Lowe's and Home Depot both have there's this website. It's called Quick Coupon, and you go. There's 2. You can do it for Lowe's or Home Depot, and then they have multiple options for each store. I think Home Depot has like 2 options.
Yeah.
So then you go on there and you can essentially buy a coupon, and they're on demand. So you buy the coupon, you pay for it immediately through PayPal, so it's secured through PayPal or just as a guest, and then within 5 minutes,
it comes to your email.
Yeah, it comes to your email, and you can immediately use it. And what's really nice is obviously with the Lowe's credit card, you can get 5% back. That's nice. But the minimum coupon for Lowe's is 10%. And then for Home Depot, it's 15%.
And how much are they?
The Lowe's one, I think it's
stuff.
$395.
Yeah.
Is the regular price, and then the Home Depot one I think is a little bit more.
It's like $30, right?
Yeah.
$29.95.
I think so.
Something like
But
that.
there is a code you can use.
There is a code. What's the code?
Should we tell them the code?
No. Comment.
Yeah.
Comment, subscribe, send us a message, and we'll send you that code, and
Yes.
you'll save money on it.
The code gives you 40% off the coupon.
Yeah,
So
40% off the coupon.
It changes
So
the
It's
price
like
at the Home Depot.
$12. That's
Yeah,
like
it goes
Yeah.
from $30 to $17.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
you definitely use that. So, so I'd love to use that. But to your point, like, or both of your points, I like to have the control over like using my card because like contractors aren't going to necessarily be like conscious. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. It was like yesterday, the day before, I was having a deck built. Not a deck, a fence built, and the contractor went to the store. He called me and was like, "Hey, I'm already up at the front. Can you pay for it?" I was like, "Cool." Of course, the guys at Lowe's don't care. They're not telling me exactly what they're buying.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Yeah, it's $650." I was like, "All right, cool. Can you make sure that you send the email receipt to my email?"
Yep.
Always do that, right? Now I can go online and like look it up, but I looked up the receipt and I was like, 30 of 35 by 5/8 like boards, decking boards. I was like, we're not doing a deck.
Yeah.
Like, why did he buy that? So I called him and he was like, "Oh, I didn't find pickets, so I just bought these." I was like, "So you're buying decking boards
to put as pickets?
and to put as pickets?" So he spent $350 on decking boards when
tickets are like
$1 and some change. And then I did the math on that and it was like $170. So it's like 50% off. So
And it looks weird.
it looks weird.
So
It's
weird.
the decking board.
Turn around.
So that's one of those things that like, I mean, some contractors aren't going to know. They're just going to like blow your money. So it gives me an opportunity to like be on top of it.
Yeah.
Right? But yes, so quick coupon, QP, what is it called? QPC? QPI? QP?
What?
At Lowe's, the Pro Desk.
Oh, shit. The PS something QSP.
QSP.
Yeah.
So what is QSP?
It's basically like it used to be called the bid room
Yeah.
back in the day, and you get to, as long as you spend $1,500, you run it through the QSP bid room, and they give you a certain percentage off, which is typically higher than military, higher than your Lowe's credit card, and higher than any other discounts that you can get.
Depending on what you're getting, though, if you're getting lumber,
Correct.
it's a lot better to get the Lowe's
The
coupon.
The coupon,
Yeah, because they don't.
Yeah.
You get like 4% off.
And when you
on
run
that.
it through the bid room, you don't necessarily have to use their discount. You can be like, "Oh, okay, that's only 5%. Let me use this coupon
Right.
instead."
Yeah,
So, and then another thing, get that coupon when you walk in the door, because sometimes
Sometimes
it does take
it's
15
so
to 20
slow
minutes,
to get to.
and you're sitting there just waiting for it to come through your email.
Yeah.
You're refreshing and refreshing,
And then the money you're saving because you're walking through the store, you like pick up more shit.
and it don't even add up. Yeah.
But yeah, so the bid room's a big one. Yeah, so you can run it through there. You have to do it at the Pro Desk. You don't
You
have to
do.
be intimidated by the Pro Desk
I
because
love the protest,
they're just
man.
nice, friendly people that just want to help you get a discount.
And you'll get relationships with them too. Like me and Jay and Jimmy, dude, I go in there and I end up talking to them for 15 minutes while they're ringing up all my stuff.
Mhm.
I mean, you get to know these people as well. They're just working and they're trying to help.
They're
you
just
save
working.
money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they do get paid on commission,
They
But-
do, yeah.
but I mean, you really can't run through it unless you're spending $1,500. It's like going to Costco. You're getting a bulk price
Bulk price.
discount,
Yeah.
right? So they want to take care of you. So that's one of them.
I
I would say that if you're also going to buy lumber is less expensive at Home Depot, and on top of that, you can
Agreed.
use a 15% coupon.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind too. So whenever I need to buy lumber, I do that. I go to Home Depot, and whenever I personally need to buy paint, I also go to Home Depot, and it's because of the what's it called, Pro Extra.
The paint rewards is
The
that
paint
what
rewards.
Yeah.
So whenever I go and I shop at Home Depot, I type in my phone number, and it accumulates how much I've spent at Home Depot at that store. And after a certain amount, what is it, 20,000 or something?
I think it's less than that.
5,000?
Yeah, like 5,000.
It's like 5,000. So after you spend 5,000, not on paint but on anything, you spend 5,000, is it?
Oh, I thought it was just on paint.
Is it just paint? It might be just paint.
Yeah.
So if you spend 5,000 in paint, and if you haven't spent 5,000 on paint, call somebody or text
Use
somebody.
my
who
phone
has.
number.
Yeah, look it up.
Give me some points.
My phone number is 240.
Give me some points.
But if you spend more than $5,000 on paint, then you get 20%. I think it's 20%, right?
Yeah, 20%.
You get 20%.
It's a tier
off
thing
paint.
too, so it's not
Yeah.
like just hit 5,000. If you hit $1,000 or whatever the tiers are, you get 5% off. Anything after that, then it's 2,000. Once you get 2,000, 10% off, and then I guess 5,000. Which I don't know if it's actually 5,000. It's probably not that much,
But like on a big 5-gallon, you're spending 130, 150. Call it $150 for a 5-gallon. I mean, 20% is $30. When
Yeah.
you do that, I mean, you're never gonna need, unless you're doing just semi-gloss. Like you're gonna need more than just one of anything,
yeah.
Oh,
right?
if you get one, you're
You're
three
just touching
bedroom
up.
shorts.
Yeah,
not
you're
even
just
covering
touching
the
up.
house.
So it really does add up, and you end up getting 2 5-gallons for free. You basically get
Yeah.
ceiling paint for free at that point.
Yep.
Now, do you guys have the Home Depot credit card?
So
I
I
don't.
don't.
Oh, you get neither. You
Yeah.
have
No.
No.
Uh,
Only at
is it
Lowe's.
worth it?
What credit card do you use when you check out at Home Depot? Then,
Lowe's.
or you use the
I
Lowe's
still
card?
use my Lowe's card.
So I use my business credit card.
just
It gives
Chase
me
card.
3%
Gotcha.
cash back.
So
You
I have
use the Home Depot?
I have the Home Depot one. It's pretty sweet because it gives you 4 times rewards points when you use it at Home Depot. So
Nice.
when you start using it, let's say I spend $100 on something, I'll get $400 worth of points,
Nice.
and then you can always redeem those for Home Depot. But the problem is you can only redeem those for Home Depot gift cards.
Gift card.
But you get so many of them because it just multiplies by 4, basically how much you're spending.
yeah.
So I think
Is-
that
Is it better than the Lowe's one?
I still think Lowe's is better because you get the 5% off
Yeah.
on top of the 2% back for
Yeah.
Lowe's.
Yeah.
And then the 2% back you can spend on other things than Lowe's gift cards. You know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say outside of the Home Depot and Lowe's cards, are you using any other type of rewards
Yeah.
to do flooring, stuff like that you would use to
So-
get this stuff?
Yeah. So everything else I use would be. You're talking about for just normal business expenses, or
Yeah,
for,
normal business expenses, or I mean, say you go to the flooring store and it's not Lowe's.
Oh
what are
yeah.
you
So I have
using
a
to buy
Chase
that?
business. You guys have a Chase Business Inc. card? Oh
No,
man, you
I
guys are
don't.
slacking, man.
Yeah.
So that's 2% back on everything. The Chase
Yeah.
Business card, or maybe no, 1.5% back on everything. But then there's another Chase Business card that gives you 5% back on any internet or phone bills. So if you run those through the business, just use your Chase credit card to buy them, and you get 5% back on everything you spend on your phone bills. And that could be
Nice.
AT&T, it could be Ring Central, it could be your internet, Verizon, whatever you spend it on. So
Nice.
that one's crucial. And if you spend
Is
this,
it Chase what?
Chase Business Inc.
Chase
Chase
Business
Business
Inc.
Inc.
Yeah, and
Did
also
you have to have business credit to get it, or you just kind of apply?
Yeah, is it a
got
Duns or is it just your EIN?
I think no, I just put my EIN. They do ask for your social too. I guess
Okay.
it's a personal
So you're
guarantee.
good. You can go in there and get it without having a business for longer. Than a
Yeah,
certain
they just won't
amount
give
of
you a
time.
high credit limit.
Okay.
But also, if you spend a certain amount in like the first 3 months, they'll give you bonuses, and that's for a lot of credit cards. But if you spend like $5,000 within the first 3 months,
Okay.
they'll give you like $200 more worth of points that you can redeem
Nice.
for anything.
That's cool. Now, does it just give you cash back, or is it airline miles or anything?
Yeah,
like
you
that?
can redeem it for airline
Okay.
miles. I never do though. I always get gift cards.
Gift
They're
cards,
more
yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Are there any discounts at like Floor and Decor or
With those
Lumber Liquidator? Or,
Oh, like
no,
in
just
general?
like in
I've
general.
looked
Anyways,
at Floor and Decor, man. I can't find anything.
no.
Same.
I mean,
Even
they do
if
have
you
a
sign
pro.
up for but that doesn't give you anything.
No, it accumulates
Keeps
points, and then you
track.
can like get a jet
Oh.
ski or something. I don't know.
yeah.
It's something like
Yeah.
it feels very like buying cookies and hoping that you get something out of
Yeah,
it. Like
it's
it's not worth it. Okay. The other thing I will mention, because we're talking about saving money, if you buy stuff at Home Depot and then you return it,
Oh, you lose money.
you lose
Yeah.
money because
Yeah.
they charge you a restocking fee.
Yep.
I think it's like 15%, something crazy.
Yeah.
They charge you a restocking fee. Lowe's doesn't do that, but Home Depot does.
Rightfully so. I don't think you should have to pay for restocking, especially when you go and you buy two. Like if you're going to Home Depot, make sure you know what sizes. Don't just buy one and see if it fits, but buy the other one to see if it fits too. Because next thing you know, you're going to have to turn one of them back.
Yeah.
Yeah. And once you return
Yeah.
it, you're done.
So if you buy a broken toilet, You open it, you bring it back to the house, a broken toilet, and return it.
I mean, I guess you can have an argument, but like,
Yeah.
they're gonna charge you your 15%.
And I learned that the hard way because a lot of times I'll go into Lowe's and be like, all right, I like these 2 light fixtures. Let me go see which one's going to look better. And I'll bring it to the house, put it up, see which one I want, and then take the other one back. Home Depot, you can't do that.
Yeah,
you go do that, now you're paying $20 plus the other light one that you kept.
What about, it was nice that you brought that up. But what about buying stuff not at the big box stores to save money and buying it on Amazon instead?
So,
Do you guys buy anything on Amazon that's pretty expensive?
I love buying Amazon. I buy all of my cabinet handles, door handles, hinges. All of those things are 10 times cheaper at Amazon than they are at Lowe's.
I mean, almost literally 10 times cheaper.
10 times cheaper. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
I even buy my light fixtures and stuff like that
Really?
off Amazon.
So I bought a few light fixtures from
Faucets
Amazon.
too. Faucets are crucial.
I don't like the faucets.
Cheap.
They're cheap. Yeah, I've had a couple of problems with them.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I put one in a rental and it went bad and the head broke on it in like 3 months.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
So I wouldn't
Yeah.
do the
I agree.
faucets.
I think that hardware for kitchen and bathrooms,
Hinges,
light
door
fixtures,
locks.
anything to do with your door.
Yes, anything.
Yeah. Oh, hinges. I mean, you can buy like 32 packs for like $45. Like, it's crazy.
And normal price are $4 a piece.
$4 a piece.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Hardware.
So you don't buy shower diverters or like tub spouts either.
No.
I
get
will.
all
I
my
will.
shower diverters.
So
I will.
I have bought them before if they're Delta specific. I don't
okay.
buy their
See, that's my thing.
brand or anything.
My plumber, he always installed, like, he has a bunch of Moen,
Oh, Moen's,
like,
yeah.
just Moen diverters. So he just puts in a stock Moen diverter. And then as
Yes.
long as I buy a kit that's a Moen,
You're
like
good
a
to go.
cover for a Moen, like, it doesn't matter. So
Yes.
so I am limited to just Moen unless I buy like a whole set and then give it to him.
Yeah.
But then shit goes missing, shit breaks. Then he's like, no, I don't know how to do it. And it's
Correct.
like, whatever. I'll just do Moen.
Now I can tell you, vanities on Amazon are really nice. Really nice
Oh, yeah?
vanities.
I've never-
Yeah,
Are they cheaper?
they're cheaper. Downside, you got to put them together.
Oh,
So your contractor might charge you a little bit. So it ends up being almost a wash, but they are nicer vanities. And because when you go into Lowe's and Home Depot, they have the exact same ones. And when you go on Zillow and look at everybody else's houses,
All of them look
they
the
have
same.
the same exact vanities
All of
in
them look
all
the
their
same.
bathrooms
Yeah.
because they went to Lowe's and bought their vanities.
Yeah.
Amazon has a good variety of different ones. You just got to put them together.
Yeah.
And do you guys use the Amazon business card when you guys buy from Amazon?
Unfortunately, I don't.
5% back, guys.
Yeah,
Gosh.
no. I usually actually use my Lowe's card to get the.
Dude, I use my Lowe's card
Dude,
for everything.
Get the Amazon business card. You get 5% back on everything on Amazon.
How many credit cards do you
Nice.
have?
A little too many.
Yeah.
But it does make it easier for
Yeah.
accounting because instead of going through the Lowe's one and seeing like 100 in 1 week, now I have like 20 on this one, 20 on this one, 20 on this one, 20 on this one.
That's easier.
I think it's easier because it's easier to see like, oh, the balance is lined up on this one, so it's good. This one's lined up, so it's oh, this one's off, but I only got to go through 5 transactions. to
My
see.
accountant loves it because I hand him one card and he
One
just
statement.
rolls. Yeah,
Yeah.
one statement.
Oh, really?
He rolls through it. Usually it's 2 statements. It's my business debit card and so that way he can see all the checks I wrote came out of the debit card and then
Yeah.
my other one.
Huh.
So he loves me for that part, but that's about it.
All right. So, do you think you save money by paying for the materials yourself, opposed to your contractor
Yes.
buying them and paying for them themselves?
I'd say yes and no because I have noticed a lot of the time I see like stupid shit on the receipts after the fact, like a saw blade and stuff like that, where saw blade I shouldn't have to buy that. And
Or they're like painting, but they bought a saw blade.
yeah, or they're painting and they buy all the paint stuff to
All the
like,
brushes, all the
and
rollers.
everything.
Everything.
Yeah, and then at that point I'm probably losing money, so I make sure they give me a cheap bid if I'm with the specific contractor I'm making because I don't pay them that much to do the labor.
Yeah.
So I see the saw and everything. I'm like, okay, whatever, like $20 saw blade.
Yeah. Because
So I don't.
because you're paying cheaper on the labor.
Yeah, so I don't really
It's like
push them again. I don't say, hey
Yeah.
man, what is this?
Yeah.
But if I was paying them like retail labor, then I'd be like, okay, you're definitely not buying this and this and this and checking all that.
Yeah.
But that's another good reason to go buy the materials and leave them there, and then all they got to do is show up and do it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but then
that's
they-
so much time.
Yeah.
you know?
Then they call you and they're like, we need one more gallon of ceiling paint. It's like,
Yeah.
Or you got the wrong trim, or it just
Yeah.
doesn't fit, and then it's on you and not on
Yeah.
the contractor.
So I agree. Yeah. That is,
yeah, I used to do that.
I usually don't buy any plumbing or electrical stuff. I let that guy buy all. My plumber buys all his plumbing stuff because I don't know which
Yeah,
fittings
me
and
too.
all this other stuff. Like I don't know anything about plumbing. I know the gist of plumbing, but I don't know all the actual
Yeah.
stuff that he uses.
And they usually have so many spare plumbers specifically and electricians. They
They
have so many
do.
spare parts on their truck, on their
Yeah.
van.
And they'll just pop it in there, charge you $5, and then call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And speaking of credit cards, one more thing I wanted to add. So there is, if you do buy a property and you need some money for renovations, I have heard people open a credit card because you get 0% interest for 12 months. If you need some money for renovations, now just be very careful with that you don't over leverage or the house doesn't sell and then you're stuck with a 30% interest on that payment on that credit card.
That is a good way to get started because
Yeah.
you can save your cash for the labor.
Yeah.
You have to pay
Yep.
cash for labor or check or
Yeah,
something.
right.
Yeah.
And then you use your credit card for materials, and now you can tackle both
Yeah.
things.
So, so get a Lowe's or Home Depot, and then like a Chase Ink,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you're
There's $20,000.
probably
right
covering
there.
most of your repairs
Right.
at that point.
But you,
Anyways.
you got to make sure if you're doing the 0% thing that they offer 0% for 12 months.
Yeah.
I don't
Even
know
if
if Lowe's does
they're
that.
even if they're not,
They do.
you suck
Oh, they
it
do?
up
Yeah.
and you pay the
Make sure you have good
interest.
credit.
No, I'm
And
saying
not
for
your
people that
first
don't have
deal.
much cash, they only have like 10K in the bank and they just want to keep that 10K in the bank.
Yeah, true.
But yeah, you're right. You could do it.
It's a
either
good way to get started. When
Yeah.
I first got started, I used my credit card a lot because I didn't have the money, or I saved my money for
Hmm.
contractor labor and then use that for materials. Then the house would sell, and I'd pay that off and
Yeah.
then keep the
Yeah.
difference.
And the
That
good
does happen.
contractors do take credit cards. So
Yeah, see, I don't have any of those.
Yeah, mine are like cash.
No,
the
no,
Just check.
expensive
Yeah.
ones.
Ten-
take
1099
credit
and
cards.
checks, so that's it.
Yeah. The ones that can pay the 3% processing fee.
Yeah, right. No kidding.
All right. Anything else before we close this one out?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I covered it.
So I guess bottom line is there's plenty of ways to save money, but they're all kind of rooted on your credit. So make sure your credit
Yeah.
is good.
Yeah, I guess we
Yes.
didn't talk about how to build your credit at all. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one the one little
Those
nugget
are
that
just-
I'll definitely leave in there is it's absolutely free, but freeze your credit. If you guys don't already freeze your
I
credit,
know.
freeze your
I know,
credit
yeah.
because if you're coming into this industry, like one, trying to get credit cards, two, trying to refinance, and three, just like wanting to stay in the industry, you'll flatline if your credit isn't that good, or it gets worse because you mismanage other people's money.
I agree.
Yeah.
Times 10. Credit matters, and you hear that all the time, but it does matter in this industry.
In this industry, if you got bad credit, you can't refinance. You can't do anything.
you can't do
Yeah.
anything.
You have to sell everything.
Yep.
Until
Flips,
you
and
fix your
that's
credit.
it.
Yeah.
And,
Until you fix your credit.
and even
It's crucial.
flipping, you can have a ton of money, but your credit still suck, and you still can't get anywhere.
Yeah.
Like that matters.
So, in my opinion, freeze your credit and then unfreeze it whenever you're going to do something.
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's absolutely free. You go to every single bureau and you ask them to freeze it.
That's
and
cool.
Will you call them?
You can call them. You can go online, create an account, and you can freeze it online.
See, I've never done it
Like
before.
that.
So
Really?
that's-
Yeah,
It's
and
just
then
like a toggle switch online.
it's literally a toggle switch.
No
And
kidding.
and then when you want to unfreeze, you just log back in and you untoggle, and then you tell it how long you want it to unfreeze for. It can be
No
12 hours,
way.
24 hours, 5 weeks, whatever, and it'll refreeze again for you.
So if you freeze it
That's
and then
cool.
check Credit Karma, what would it show as your credit report? Will it show your number?
I guess so.
You
I mean,
never tried it.
when you log in though, when you log into Expedient, TransUnion, whatever,
Tells you.
like it tells you there while you're
okay.
yeah,
While it's frozen.
yeah, it
Oh,
doesn't matter
okay.
because you're
You're logging
you're
in.
logged into the bureau.
Yeah.
Does it
So, like,
change while it's frozen, or does it
Your
literally-
credit?
Yeah.
No, your credit
Oh.
doesn't change. So
Now,
it stays. It can get better or it can get worse while it's frozen.
Yeah, that's what I
Oh,
mean.
okay.
Like
Yeah,
it does
yeah.
move.
It can move.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it can. So if you have 10 credit cards and they're zero balance and then you max all of them out, your credit can change while it's frozen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
You just can't
just
pull
like normal.
more credit. Yeah, just like normal.
Normal.
You just can't pull more credit. Nobody can pull a card for you. Nobody can buy a
Gotcha,
car
gotcha.
under your name. Like nobody can do anything, which is what's important,
Yeah.
right? What you've pulled, you want to have control over.
Right.
What you're
Freeze it.
not, yeah. Then you freeze it.
That's cool. See, I've never frozen my credit, so I have no
Super
idea.
easy. Costs
Okay.
it $0.
And log
there's-
into every single experience.
Yeah, I mean,
TransUnion and-
there are websites where you can log into one place and
And
then
freeze
they manage
everything.
it for you for like $30. Like that's dumb.
okay. Is
You
that
can-
what
you
you
can
do?
get
You go to every single one?
I go to every single one and I
create
unfreeze.
account.
Yeah, because depending on when you're refinancing or when you're pulling a card, like you're
Yeah.
pulling a new credit card or you're buying a car into your business, whatever, you just ask them which one which one are they going to pull,
And you log
and they'll tell
in
you.
and-
Yeah, they'll just be like, oh, we use
Experian.
Equifax, we use Experian, we use
Yeah.
TransUnion. So you just unfreeze that one
Oh, that's cool.
for the 12, 24 hours.
and then-
Yeah, and then it refreezes again, and they've already pulled your credit.
That's why I love these, dude. I learn stuff even while I'm sitting here because those are
Super
the things
easy.
that I don't do. I've never done that before.
Yeah. So, comment,
Yeah.
like, subscribe. Yeah, if you want that coupon code, comment at the bottom.
Yes,
Message
follow.
one of us, and we'll send it to you.
Slide into the DMs.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Nice.
Carlos, Daryl, Dylan. This is Generation H.